have chosen death.
I tune two monsters to synchro summon a monster.
Tune... Synchro?
Yeah, it's called synchro summon. I use an untuner and a tuner monster to summon a monster. Easy to understand, right?
Okay.
Then I stack two of my monsters on top of each other to summon a monster.
Wait a minute, you can stack your monsters now?
That's right. It's called XC summon.
X... what?
And I can detach one of the X6 material whenever I want to activate the card effect.
Detach?
But wait, there's more. I will now initiate a pendulum summon.
Pendulum?
I will now place two monsters in my pendulum zone and I can summon 5 monsters at once.
What the fuck?
Yep.
How the fuck does that even work? It doesn't make sense. Why does the card have 2 text boxes? And what the hell is that wall of text? How does a simple thing, such as summoning, goes from this to this shit right here?
I am not done yet. Let me introduce you to Link Summon. Here's how it works. First, I will take this gas can and I pour it all over the field and it set everything on fire!
Warning, this video will have a lot of foul language. Yu-Gi-Oh! The once somewhat great card game that broke kids loved to play. This is now a dumpster fire of a game. There are so many things wrong with this game, not even mentioning all the broken cards in the game. If you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that intro clip didn't explain it well enough, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has went from a simple fun game to a battle of who can assemble the most broken OP deck possible.
Come on, how? The counter still says 300 seconds!
2 hours later.
Oh, it's finally my turn. Alright, normal summon, Luster Dragon, into battle phase, and attack. What? Fine. I'm going to set my trap card and pass turn. Deal with that. Activate.
This is a game that I used to love, but now I cannot play it. The wait times alone are crazy. And no, I'm not talking about how long it takes for you to get into a match. I'm talking about how long it takes for you to even take your turn. The weebs have built decks built around special summoning and drawing cards, and this game is broken enough that you can chain effect until you draw every single card from your entire deck on your very first turn. I'm not exaggerating here. Watch the background clips of people summoning non-stop on their very first turn.
What?
No, stop! What are you doing? What are you doing?
So, let's say you get lucky enough where you don't get killed before you can even play your first card. It's your turn now, and oh, fucking hell, he disconnected. Over 90% of your matches will end in disconnects. Why? Because in Master Duel, there is no downside to disconnecting. You don't lose XP, no matchmaking penalty, nothing. So your opponent can't summon his entire extra deck in one turn, he disconnects. You manage to make a good comeback play, disconnect. You counter one of their chain effects, disconnect. Now, I won't lie, I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh! I played it with my friends all throughout school. I was the zombie master. It felt so cool commanding hordes of zombies to attack my friends' monsters and dragons. I felt so badass and evil every time I would bring a monster back from the dead. However, this game is unplayable. The only thing I can do is run an equally broken deck such as Summon Skull, but even then, I can lose to some bullshit card effect or someone activating their entire deck in one turn. Hell, some decks it doesn't even have to be their turn. They can just start activating and summoning shit on your turn. I really want to love this game because it's nostalgic for me, but I can't. There's nothing redeemable about this game. Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole is just broken. They've made summoning way too easy and cards too powerful, where you don't stand a chance unless you run the meta decks. I say this as a big fan of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I think we should burn the current Yu-Gi-Oh! To the ground. Just start again from scratch. I think this game could have been great, but they didn't playtest a lot of these cards. It honestly seems like most of these cards were made by a guy in an orange cowboy hat and a colorful polo named Spec. These cards range from stupid, useless, to a very, very case-specific scenario that would probably only happen once, to the fuck you, I win cards. Like, so stupid OP that they negate all of the cards and are so powerful that they can't be destroyed by battle. I mean, just look at some of these broken cards. Some of them literally can't be killed by battle or card effect. For those of you that don't play, that means there's no way to defeat those cards. And for those nerds that are going to the comments right now to correct me, yes, I did Google it, how to beat them, and yes, I know you technically can. You just have to have these specific cards that don't target the card directly, or it has specific wording in the effect, but it's still dumb and broken, so shut up. So, all in all, the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! Feels more like a real-life game of anarchy chess, with more and more random bullshit, and if anything doesn't go the way that the weebs want, they will just disconnect.